right, the long-awaited Blade movie that's been in development and really development hell for the last, what, 5 years. Well, it's lost another part of the puzzle. Yan Demange, however you say his name, is no longer directing the Blade movie, and it's also lost its writer. Nate, or Mr. H Reviews, however you want to say, threw this up on Twitter the other day. It looks like it's not going to happen. This Blade movie, with Mahershala Ali, has gone through multiple writers, directors now. Things just aren't panning out for this movie. I said weeks ago that this film, I think, just needs to be shelved. I think they need to kind of just shelve it. Look, I was never on board with Mahershala Ali being Blade to begin with. I really think that he kind of just needs to walk away from this project. I don't think he was the right fit for Blade. But I think they need to shelve it, maybe wait a couple years, let it simmer. Maybe another gentleman, another good actor can come along and maybe take the reins. Maybe they can get somebody else to run with this film and, be that catalyst. I'm hearing that the reason why this movie isn't going as well as they want it to go is because of the issues that they're having, is because they can't get the story right. You have some people who want Blade to be Blade for a number of years. They want him to carry the story, where Kevin Feige and the writing team want Blade to be there, but they want his daughter to carry on the legacy of Blade and be the main character of this series moving forward. And there's kind of some head bashing and head hitting going on there, where they can't just get together and say, yes, this is how we're going to move forward. And we heard that from the rumors a while ago that, they were going to have this take place, 100 years prior, and then it was going to be 60 years prior. That was going to be Blade was going to be a side character in the main movie. It was a complete mess, and they just could not get anything going. And then they got a new director, new writers brought in. It's just constantly changing, and they can't figure out what they want to do with this film. And, you sit there and you think, like, this can't be that hard of a movie to make. It's a vampire film where a day-walking vampire just kills other vampires, right? Look, the first 3 Blade movies weren't massive hits, but they were fun films, and they really started off the comic book movie genre in the late 90s into the early 2000s. If you don't have Blade, you don't have Spider-Man, you don't have X-Men, you don't have all those films, really, if you think about it. And this shouldn't be that difficult. And I feel the problem is that they're all stuck in their own way, trying to wokenize it in a way. I think they're trying to push this female-led Blade movie, as opposed to just, let's make a good Blade movie and go from there. And that's, I think, what they need to do. But they're just not going that direction, and it's bizarre. And yeah, sure, the Blade comics don't sell great. The Blade comics aren't, jumping off the shelf like crazy. But there's an audience there for Blade. There's an audience for that occult. There's an audience for the supernatural side of comic book movies that want to see this kind of stuff. And they think so well enough that Cosmic Marvel is saying that Marvel Studios is reportedly searching for a director for Midnight Suns. And they're saying that this film would start filming after Blade wraps, which, let's face it, Blade is never going to wrap. Blade is not going to happen. So is this film going to happen? Again, this is getting to the point where Marvel is putting the cart before the horse. The cart before the horse. They have so many ideas and so many plans that they need to just refocus, slow down a bit, just get back to basics like they used to do. Focus on one thing at a time. Let the pieces fall in place. If Blade doesn't work, you're not going to want to do a Midnight Suns. If Blade doesn't work, are they going to have Wolverine? Are they going to have a Ghost Rider? Like, where are they going with this stuff? There's a lot of things that they need to get right. And it's going to be interesting. I personally think that Blade just needs to kind of just go away. They don't need to do it. Just let it wrap, or not wrap. Just let it go. Sit on the shelf. Just cancel it for a little bit. Get a new guy in a few years, new actor. Just let it simmer for a little bit. That's my thoughts. What do you think, though? What do you think they should do with Blade? Do you think they should just let it go and let it sit for a little bit? maybe make it a TV show, maybe retool how they're gonna approach it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. With all that said, I'll catch you all later.